Hello folks, so today I just wanted to make another video as usual. This one is one for the lefties. So yeah, I mean, this isn't a gloating video, it's not a mocking video. I'm actually, I don't really believe in doing that. I don't believe in saying Trump's an old, impotent man with, a silly tan, and, all this stuff is just playground insults, and it's for lack of any argument. Of course, I'm right-wing Christian, if you hadn't already guessed. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with the election, of course. However, I would like to see Boris get his finger out on Brexit, because it looks like the lefties are doing the same over here. Oh, by the way, I'm going to get onto the lefty stuff. Honestly, it's nothing offensive. It's just a suggestion. Right, so yeah, just quickly cover Boris first. Good to see him elected. Good to see support. I voted for the Brexit Party, and even though if it was proportional representation, they did very well, I thought. Maybe one for the future. UKIP, not so much. I don't know what happened to them. But guess Boris is a good thing. I wouldn't necessarily say he's going to do all that much. I don't think he's got the same power or willpower as Trump, but it remains to be seen. I just think the thing that needs to get done is Brexit, first of all. We voted for it, we did blah blah blah. I mean, you can't carry on with the lefties the way they are. You've just got to be tough sometimes. Fuck what they say. You're the Prime Minister. If they were in, they'd be passing all kinds of laws that are breaking the official rules. This is the problem. You've just got to get on with it. People have voted for it. We want it now. No more fucking about. It doesn't matter if the EU tell us that they're sad and they're crossing off the Christmas card list. Get real. They're not the ones in power. They've been voted out, and you need to get on top of them. And all the lobbies. Go and arrest them. If you have a look at what they're doing, they're probably breaking many laws, but no one ever looks because they think the media won't help them. Doesn't matter if the media doesn't help. No one reads or listens to the media anymore because they're all liars. So, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter what they say. They can accuse you of all sort of stuff. It's all fucking fake news at the end of the day. So, one more thing, yeah. And I think this is a fair point to make, right? Not like I said, I'm not mocking no one, right? If you are a lefty and you believe in whatever Corbyn or whatever Lib Dems, whoever they, Joanne Swinson, if you believe in all that, right? How lefties say, well, go and live in Africa, or go and live in Mexico, or whatever. People like us say that, but here's the thing, right? It's going to sound dodgy at first, but let me explain it a bit better. Right, so Jim Jones, the Jonestown. Now immediately we're thinking cyanide, death, whatever. Yeah, okay. He was obviously a nutter, and he was crackers, and he didn't do no one no favours in the end. However, he did have a socialist utopia. And it was actually working, although people wanted out. Not everyone, but some wanted out. Let's not talk about that too much, because it was a complete failure, and he is basically a psychopath that put to death kids on his orders. Guns were held to people's heads. He murdered many of his own community and also children. So I'm not saying in any way he's a good bloke, right? But if the young people in the UK want to go and start a nation that is for themselves with their own laws, and whatever liberal ideology that they have. There are many islands throughout the world that are uninhabited. Again, another bad example, but it's one that comes to mind, is Epstein's Island. Obviously, Epstein's probably even worse than Jim Jones, but the point is there's plenty of islands and areas where you could actually, in theory, buy land and start your own government. I'm not sure about how the UN or NATO or whatever, but to be honest, I don't see any issue with it. Jim Jones went to Guyana. Well, who knows where it could be. But here, right, so you buy the land, you make a small town, gated community, get the resources, ask whoever it is, maybe whoever owned the land before, etc., can we set up our own little government here? It will be the rule of law, we're not going to murder people, we're not going to do this, that and the other. And you could set up anywhere you want, as long as it's land that you can easily acquire, or pay for. Well, obviously, they're both, but there are a lot of small islands out there. You would need some money to begin with, but you could start off in places like the north of Greenland, and although a lot of those places that would be probably not claimed by anyone or cheaper, they are in rough conditions. But somewhere like Guyana, maybe on the corner of some island, and then you can have everything your way. You can say who comes and goes. If you get a nutter in charge and it all ends wrong, well, that could happen. But why not? Because I do believe in self-determination. I've always found it unpleasant and disturbing when people are railroaded, no matter what they believe. I'm Christian, but I'm not one of these ones that keeps badgering and patronising people, because I do believe in Christianity, and I might think some people who don't are not as smart as me, but then they're probably thinking the same thing, so I don't need to force it on them. I can tell them what I think if they want, but it's up to them, isn't it? So I was thinking that, it's an option, isn't it? You could always try it out. Why not? So that's that for now. Thanks for listening, and sure, put your comments in the box below. Cheers. Ta-ra.